Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Fiefdom over there, independent from the rest of the county.
They were still getting together the stuff to extract it off of the drive. However, I have access to it.
And on the chance they don't, I could just hand them my surface and they could go read it.
But this is the third time.
Because they could end up being pages long. So we'll put them on the V drive. And maybe we'll scan our notes too and have folders for each minute. That way we don't have to.
Call to order this meeting of the Fremont County Board of County Commissioners. If you'd please rise and join us in the invocation from Tom Kilgore from the First Baptist Church, followed by the pledge.
Please pray with me. Father, what an awesome Colorado day. We thank you for this day. It's beautiful. It's also as beautiful as the people of our county. We thank you for the citizens that we all serve. God, I'm reminded of all those folks that keep us safe in our county. Keep them safe as they do their mission here. Father, bless now the time that shall be spent, the citizens that shall speak, the issues that shall be addressed. May everything that's done be done together, because we're better together as a community than we are as separate individuals. And may all that we do not only help our county, but to help those who are impoverished, to help those who have no place to live, to help those who have no jobs, to help those children today who may not have a good meal to eat this evening. Father, help us to make this community the very best one in Colorado. Bless now our efforts. We humbly ask you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tom. Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Present.
Commissioner Bell.
Present.
Commissioner Payne is absent. County Attorney Jackson.
Present.
County Manager Bryant, absent. Planning and Zoning Director Garrett.
Present.
Thank you. Notice Commissioner Payne is not here. He is a little under the weather, so there's a reason he's not here. And Miss Bryant is enjoying the spring break with her son, so that's great. We move on to approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I am not aware of any changes we need to make to today's agenda, so I move to approve as presented.
We'll second that. It has been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
On to the consent agenda. We'll note that we are scheduling a public hearing for April 9th for amendments to the Fremont County zoning resolutions. Excuse me. And then there is also already another public hearing scheduled for that day as well, amendments to the on-site water treatment system. And with that, I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, on to administrative informational, staff and elected officials. We'll start with Commissioner Bell.
Shockingly, at this moment in time, I've got nothing to report.
Wow.
I know.
That'll be
See, you
written
all
down,
know that
too.
never happens.
So I just want to mention one thing. We did award a bid to the Hayden Pass Burn Scar project that we've been working on for quite a while now. We did award a bid last week. Hopefully we will be issuing an order to proceed 1st of April, so we should see some work happening up in the flood area, up in Cottonwood, up in Coaldale. So that's good news right there to hopefully get ahead of this spring thaw, and we hope that this thaw goes slowly. If it goes fast, we're going to be in trouble. So lots of good snow up there, but we just need it to come awfully easy. Okay, anybody else have anything? Okay, on to section if there's any citizens who wish to address commissioners of anything not on the agenda. Nobody's rushing the stage for that one either, right? Okay. So there is no old business. We'll go on to new business. The first order of new business is a proclamation for Child Abuse Prevention Month in Fremont County, April of 2019. We have Representative Rochelle Ritter from the Special Project Coordinator from.
That's close.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi, thanks for having us, and this is Ian.
Good morning.
At Star Point. So we're gonna share this task of reading the proclamation.
Great.
And then I would like to ask one of the county commissioners to read the very last line, if I could.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the Fremont County Child Abuse Prevention Month proclamation, because April is that. So I will start. Whereas children have a right to thrive, learn, and grow to their full potential, and whereas children are key to our state's future success, prosperity, and quality of life, while children are our most precious resource, they are also our most vulnerable, and whereas strengthening Fremont County's families is one of the most effective ways to prevent child abuse and neglect, ensuring the opportunity for children to develop in healthy, trusting families, schools, and neighborhoods, and whereas when we ensure the healthy development of the next generation, they are more likely to contribute positively to our communities and be productive, responsible citizens, and whereas we all play a role in preventing child abuse and neglect, and there are ways everyone can get involved to help a child, even those individuals who aren't raising a child or working with children every day. Just one person has the power to make an extraordinary difference in the lives of both children and families, and
whereas the state is currently implementing initiatives for improving the safety and well-being of children and families across Colorado. And whereas we must come together as partners to keep children safe and extend a helping hand to children and families in need. And whereas we will work to ensure the Fremont County children will grow to their full potential as the next generation of leaders, helping to secure the future of our communities, state, and nation. And whereas I call upon all citizens of Fremont County to provide safe, stable, and nurturing relationships and environments for our children, free of violence, abuse, and neglect.
My turn. Now, therefore, we, the Fremont County Commissioners, by virtue of the authority vested in this board, do hereby proclaim April of 2019 as Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month, and in so doing, urge all citizens to join in a national effort to raise awareness about the importance of preventing child abuse. With that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the proclamation calling out April of 2019 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Fremont County.
I second that. It has been moved and seconded to have April 2019 Child Abuse Prevention Month in Fremont County. Any other discussion?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I would also like to mention next Friday, April, I believe it's the 5th, we are doing, once again, the Living Blue Ribbon at DHS at noon. We ask everyone to show up to show your support. We all stand in a little ribbon formation, wear your blue, whatever color of blue it is that you happen to have. Last year then, we had a little drone that went up way far up there and took pictures of us, and it was a really, really cool photo. So I would just urge, I know DHS is there, the commissioners typically show up, many of our partners show up for this. Anyone who has an interest, which should be everyone, to come out at noon next Friday, April the 5th at DHS and participate in that photo opportunity.
Absolutely. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
for
Thank you
everything
so
that
much
you
for
do.
being here this
Yeah,
morning.
we just wanted to tell you a couple other things
Sure.
that we were going to do for child abuse prevention for the month of April, and then we're going to hand out some goodies for the audience and for you guys
Great.
for the month. So we are going to be partnering, of course, with Star Point, a couple of the organizations. We're going to be going to each of the libraries to read books to the children. We are going to have a fairy tale night at Star Point on Thursday the 4th from 6 to 7 p.m., And Mick went last year, and Mick dressed up in a costume, and he would like to challenge any of the county commissioners to go with him to Fairy Tale
He
Night
was dressed
at
up as a
Star Point.
Smurf, and I don't know that you can beat that.
He is
But
not.
Rochelle, we will be there.
We will.
I
You will?
always participate as well.
Okay.
And I try to dress up with whatever book I've been given to read.
Oh,
So,
great.
A couple of years ago, I
Fantastic.
was reading a book about tacos and enchiladas, so I had on my little Mexican authentic.
Fantastic.
I've been a little fairy before, reading a book about a fairy, so. yeah.
Awesome. I
Of
will tell
course we
Mick.
do
I
participate.
will tell Mick. And
Yes.
anybody else, you know, we challenge you to get a costume and read to the kids. It's really fun.
It is fun to read, too.
It is.
It is. We're going to be doing the KOAA Health Fair, of course, Take Back the Night, the CASA Luncheon. We're going to be doing Safety Town, a Head Start, which you all are very familiar with, and we'll be doing that all 3 days. So DHS is really busy with this endeavor. It's a really important thing, as you say. So again, we hope that any and all community members will come Friday to our Living Blue Ribbon picture taking at Department of Human Services. We would love to have the community get involved. So thank you. Thanks so
Very
much
good.
for your time. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank you.
being here.
All right, on to the next item. We have Tony Ademick. He's our county DOT director. We have a bid for asphalt mix.
Morning.
Hi,
morning.
Tony.
We solicited bids to the vendors for our asphalt and chip seal projects and also our dust suppressant program. They went out February 14th and were required to be back by March 14th for a bid opening. For the asphalt bid, we recommend the bid go to Fremont Paving for $55.60 a ton for their asphalt, and Fremont County will deliver to our job sites.
Okay, I will move to award the bid to Fremont Paving for the asphalt mix at $55.60 a ton. And Fremont County will deliver to the job sites.
And just for information of those watching, DOT is expecting approximately 3,250 tons of that to be purchased, delivered, and used by our county department this year.
Would you like to second it?
I thought I did. Sure, I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to award the asphalt mix to Fremont Paving for $55.60 a ton. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item is tack oil.
Okay, tack oil bid would be for our asphalt projects, and the bid to Suncor Energy, $1.89 a gallon, and we would pick that up at their Pueblo plant, and it'll take approximately 3,900 gallons for our projects.
All right. Mr. Chair, I move to award this bid for tack oil to Suncor for $1.89 per gallon.
I second that. It has been moved and seconded to award the bid for tack oil to Suncor Energy, $1.89 a gallon. Any further discussion?
Suncor.
Suncor, what did I say?
It sounded like Suncare.
Suncor Energy, okay.
All right.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next item, emulsion oil.
Okay, the emulsion oil is for our chip seal projects. We use rapid set oil for the chip seal and then also the fog seal that goes on top of it. Would recommend that it is awarded to Suncor Energy, and it's a cost according to location because they have their own delivery to go to the different sites, so that changes. And then also we use an emulsion that's a high float oil which sets up slower for our patching, and also I would like that to go to Suncor Energy at $2.49 a gallon, and that's delivered to our Canyon City yard, and we have a storage tank there for that.
And just for clarification, the cost according to location, you already do have those costs, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will move to award the bid for emulsion oil to Suncor Energy and cost according to location And then also the, what did you call the second one, Tony?
It's a high float oil that is for our patching.
For the patching.
It's an emulsion oil also.
Awarding that one to Suncor Energy also, at $2.49 a gallon delivered to the Canyon City shop.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to award the bids to Suncor for emulsion oil and the patching oil. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, the next one is a bid for aggregate chip and chip for the chip seal program. Go ahead.
Okay, on the aggregate bids, we want to split this one between the east and west side of the county. The location, the reason we want to split that is for our trucking cost because of the miles it would take to go to the west end. For the east area chip seal, I would like to award the 3/4 aggregate chip to the aggregate source in Canyon City at $13 a ton, and it'll take approximately 2,000 tons for our chip seal on the east end. And then on the west end of the county, I would like to award it to the 5/8 aggregate chip to Mike Tezak Construction at $14.50 a ton, and we'll need about 1,100 ton for the west end chip seal.
And Fremont County will pick up the aggregate at those
At both
specific
locations,
quarries and
yes.
deliver to the sites.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I move to award this bid for aggregate as follows. The 3/4 inch to the aggregate source of Canyon City at $13 a ton for east area projects, and the 5/8 aggregate chip to Mike Tezak Construction for $14.50 a ton for the west area chip projects.
I will second that. It has been moved and seconded to award aggregate chip for the chip seal program for the east, approximately 2,000 tons to the aggregate source, and approximately 1,100 tons to TZAC for the west end projects. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, the last one is for the dust guard liquid suppressant.
Yeah, this is for our dust abatement countywide for all the gravel roads, or not all of them, but the highly traveled ones. We'd like to award that to GMCO. They actually have a storage yard in Florence, Colorado, there that we can go at whenever we have time to pick it up and get it there. And it would be at 69 cents a gallon. Figuring on with approximate usage would be 223,000 gallons of dust suppressant. We will pick it up from their yard and apply it to our roads.
I just have a quick question. How many miles does that 223 gallons do roughly, do you know?
It depends on the application rate. I'm guessing it would be 200 miles, pretty close to that.
That's a lot of road.
Yeah.
It's a lot of road, and I think without that stuff, it would be a dusty, messy deal, plus it
Well,
tears up the road.
it cuts our road maintenance
Yeah.
back a lot. Instead of maintaining them like every 2 weeks, we can go a couple months or longer.
So it is money well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I move to approve the dust guard liquid suppressant bid to GMCO, which is out of a Florence yard for 69 cents a gallon, approximately 223,000 gallons.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded to award the bid for dust guard suppressant to GMCO. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, on to the next item is an approval for a 2-year lease for hangar number 23 at the Fremont County Airport. We have Wes Brandt here, who's their new airport manager. Hello, Wes.
Morning.
Good morning and
Morning.
congratulations on the new job title, sir.
Thank you. So I have for your consideration this morning a 2-year lease for Hangar 23 at the Fremont County Airport with DB Aero LLC. They are going to use the hangar for an aircraft maintenance facility. Part of the lease agreement is that DB Aero will be improving the hangar with insulation and a new heating system.
So, oh,
Go ahead.
it looks like this is a 2-year lease,
Right, 2-year lease with options to renew yearly after that.
okay? And the base rent is $550 per month?
Correct.
Okay.
Is there currently any other maintenance out there like that?
There is another gentleman that works out of another hangar that does some aircraft maintenance.
I would think, though, that this is still a pretty good need out there. I think it would help our airport.
Absolutely, yeah. Aircraft mechanics are a great asset to the airport. It brings people in. It makes our customers feel more confident that if something were to happen, that they wouldn't be stranded and
Right.
stuck at the airport.
Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
All right. Mr. Chair, I move to approve the 2-year lease for hangar number 23 at the Fremont County Airport to DB Aero LLC for the purpose of aircraft maintenance with the terms as described in the lease.
I will second that. It has been moved and seconded to approve a 2-year lease to DB Aero LLC. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell?
Aye.
Commissioner McFall?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thanks,
All right.
Wes.
Thanks so much, Wes.
Okay, the next item is a request. Minor subdivision 19-001 is a Culkin subdivision. Request for a minor subdivision. The site is located the intersection of 10th Street and N Street in Penrose. The parcel is currently zoned agricultural rural and consists of 10 acres. Subdivision will consist of 2 lots, each consisting of 4.6 acres, more or less. And we have Sherry Coughlin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what's going on here?
We were here to ask you that. Yes, if we could just get this subdivision approved by y'all, we'll get it going, so.
Could you just give us a little bit of a description of where this property is and what you're asking for? Just a very high-level overview.
In East Penrose, 1355 10th Street, it's a home on 10 acres, and we bought it last June and hope to subdivide it into 2 5 acres with the home. And we had some really good friends that were wanting to come back to Colorado, so they're actually purchasing the home on the 5 acres. Then we're going to use the other 5 acres for pasture. We have horses.
Okay, thank you.
You live on one of those parcels too?
No, we live next to it.
Okay.
We live at 996 M Street, which borders the property.
Okay, can we have a staff report?
Okay, the department has reviewed the application and found it to be complete and a true representation of the request as stated herein. The department finds that all requirements per Fremont County zoning and development regulations will be satisfied with this application. The applicant is requesting a waiver for Appendix 1, Section 1C 3B, which is a requirement to bring up 10th Street to county standards as far as the roadway.
Can you address that a little bit more for me, Sean? It's a requirement
Yes, so
in
per
our
our subdivision regulations, it is a requirement to bring that up to county standards.
So if we waive this, if there is any further subdivision, then what would happen?
If there was further subdivision in that area, then that could be addressed on as far as roadway on that.
Will anything else trigger that road? No, just another subdivision?
It is a dead end into the Vaughn's property, and we've actually been maintaining the road ourselves. So I have an 18-wheeler and a haul gravel, along with being a nurse. And so Mr. Vaughn has a blade and a tractor, and so I haul the gravel in and he blades it, and the road actually looks pretty good. I sent some pictures to Sean and actually had Mr. Demick come out and look at it.
So if this is approved, would you continue working on that road the way you currently do?
Of course.
Yes, we've been
Yes.
maintaining the road for 20-plus years, us and the bonds, and we haul it in, and he brings it for us. Seems to work pretty good this way.
And the east end of the road actually goes over a creek bed, and it dead ends into his property. And I did get letters from the neighbors. And like I said, Sean has pictures of the road. It's actually
We actually have
well-maintained.
copies of those pictures. Yes, we
Oh,
do.
thank you.
And it actually does look like it's a good road, so it appears as though you're doing a good job of maintaining.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else that you need to add? I don't have anything either. I would move to approve the minor subdivision, MS 19-001 for the Colkin minor subdivision, intersection of 10th and N Street in Penrose, with the waiver for the road, bringing it up to county standards.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the MS 19-001, the Colkin subdivision. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you and good luck.
Good luck to you. Okay, next we have a request for a minor subdivision, 19-002, F&M subdivision. It is located at the intersection of Grand Avenue and Logan Avenue in Canyon City. Parcel is currently zoned agricultural suburban and consists of 4.387 acres. The subdivision will consist of 2 lots, Lot 1 being 3.471 acres and Lot 2 being 0.916 acres. We have Representative Matt Go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is the Pharisee property. It's on Grand Avenue, south of Grand, right next door to where the Pharisees built their house here fairly recently. As you stated, the total property is 4.4 acres. The vacant lot, Lot 1, will be 3.4 acres. The remaining buildings, the house, the garage, and outbuildings will remain on Lot 2, which is 0.91 acres. All utilities are adjacent in Grand Avenue, so there's no improvements that are going to be required there. And we have provided the drainage note on the plat as the county engineer did require. So if you have any questions.
So access also would be off of Grand Avenue for both parcels, is that correct?
Correct.
Nope, that's it for
Okay.
now from me.
That's it. Staff report, please.
The department has reviewed the application and found it to be complete and a true representation of the request stated herein. The department finds that all requirements per the Fremont County zoning and development regulations will be satisfied by this application. There is no requested waivers or contingency items for this.
Okay.
So it seems pretty clear-cut and straightforward.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Yep. Thanks. All right. Mr. Chair, I have no further questions after taking time to read through both of these files. And I also would just make a quick note that the Fremont County Planning Commission did recommend approval of both of these minor subdivisions to this particular board. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve minor subdivision 19-002, the F&M subdivision, noted as located at the intersection of Grand and Logan.
We'll second that. So it has been moved and seconded to approve minor subdivision 19-002 F&M subdivision. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Okay, with no further business before us, we will adjourn. Thank you all for being here.
Emery, they're at the Mountain View Campground. He wants to come in and tell the board and figure out how to get this road thing.
He needs to go to his attorney and figure out how to get this road thing resolved. We've done as much as we can.
Touch.
Debbie just got an email yesterday.
He who has been apparently been
His
sick.
neighbor.
It was 2 weeks ago.
We are not going to step
It's
in
all
and
coming
try
just
to
out.
stop this.
That's it. He just doesn't
Went over to see my neighbor
Right.
last night. She's got 2 little boys.
Hi, Skip. How are you?
So I get over, look up my dogs.